Like, share, comment, subscribe. These videos could save a life. They saved mine. 34-year-old Schinara Patterson, affectionately known as Nara, was a beautiful mother of 2 daughters and a son. She was married to Marvin Ray Patterson, who was the donor of her youngest daughter. From the way friends and family described Nara, she was too good of a woman to be with such a horrible man. He was a monster, allegedly a monster that was attracted to children. In fact, he was facing 9 felony charges, including 5 counts of lewdness with a child under the age of 14, 2 counts of forced intercourse with a minor under 16 years of age, 1 count of lewdness with a child under the age of 16, and 1 count of first-degree kidnapping of a minor. The crimes were alleged to have taken place from 2013 to 2022. Monster Marvin's decree of divorce from his ex-wife was on April 15, 2019, and he married Nara on May 11, 2019. Not even a full 30 days after getting a divorce. Ladies, we have to stop getting into a relationship with these men who are still married and or who just got out of a relationship yesterday. That's not a flex or something to be proud of. You are not gaining anything. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, a man who doesn't protect and can't provide is not a prize. You may think of him as an asset, but in reality, he's a liability. In these cases, the woman that wins is the one who got away, not the one who stays and suffers. The ex-wife posted this, and I can relate. I am not victim blaming because I have been a victim myself. This is how I know that the type of men who just got out of a relationship yesterday are ready to be with you tomorrow and move in with you the following week are just that, weak. They are incapable of being alone and standing on their own 2 feet. They will never heal and fix what is broken in them. Instead, they will try to break you if you let them. Marvin also had a child support case from another woman filed on October 29, 2020. Red flag after red flag. One day after Nara's birthday, this monster would show the world just how evil he was.
Learning the names of the 3 people killed in yesterday's deadly mass shooting that happened in the Northwest Valley. The Clark County Coroner's Office says 34-year-old Schinara Patterson, 14-year-old Keziah Cohn, and 6-year-old Zamaya Patterson all died after being shot. Police say the shooter, Marvin Ray Patterson, then turned the gun on himself. An 11-year-old boy also shot. A family member telling 8 News Now the boy is clinging to life. And tonight, the families and friends remembering the lives lost. Thank you for joining us at 11. I'm Brian Loftus.
And I'm Denise Valdez. 8 News Now reporter Lauren Negretti reports from the Northwest Valley where people were gathering for a vigil, just trying to make sense of it all.
Family and friends gather. They describe Schinara as a loving mom and friend, and her girls as just the happiest little girls.
I treated them kids like they was my own.
An emotional night after Monday morning's tragedy. 5 people shot, 4 dead. The family clinging to their light in the darkness.
This was not supposed to happen.
Jamesetta Bernuti remembering her 34-year-old daughter, Schinara Patterson.
She was sweet, kind, do anything for you.
Schinara's sister, Michaela Bernuti.
She was there no matter who you was, how long she knew you. If she had it, she go give it to you.
Michaela describes her nieces, 14-year-old Keziah Cohn, 6-year-old Zamira Patterson.
Duty, that's Zamira. She was sweet. Like, she was the most innocent child I ever met. Like, she didn't have a mean bone in her body. Keziah was goofy. She loved to draw.
Their brother, Derek Jr., recovering in the hospital.
He's still fighting. We praying for him. And he go pull through. He's strong.
Our 8 News Now investigators uncovering police records showing the gunman was accused of child sex crimes and was on house arrest.
If he had been in jail, none of this would have happened. Where he was supposed to be. I don't think they should have let him out at all.
For now, the family sending up their love and prayers. Lauren Negretti, 8 News Now.
Now, Metro confirms Patterson was on house arrest and forced to wear an ankle monitor. Our 8 News Now investigators discovered he was let out of jail after Judge Diana Sullivan reduced his bail from $100,000 to $10,000. But he was still ordered to stay away from children. Questions remain after the murders of 2 children and their mother. One boy remains in the hospital. And as the 8 News Now investigators first reported, the killer was on house arrest.
And the head of one local nonprofit says this tragic story deserves more of a community response and accountability. Investigator Vanessa Murphy with the story.
Marvin Patterson was on house arrest, facing charges of sex crimes against children, when Metro police say he killed his daughter, stepdaughter, and wife, and also shot her son, who remains in the hospital.
If he had been in jail, none of this would have happened. He was supposed to be. I don't think they should have let him out at all.
The mother of Schinara Patterson at this vigil Monday night, hours after learning about her daughter and grandchildren. As the 8 News Now investigators first reported, Patterson's bail was initially set by a substitute judge last October at $100,000 with high-level electronic monitoring. She also ordered him to surrender his passport and stay away from children. About 2 months later, Judge Diana Sullivan reduced the bail to $10,000 with the same conditions. Records did not show any restrictions on firearms. Patterson posted bond through a Las Vegas bail company.
And that's a slap in the face to the victims.
Jasmine Lee runs the Doc Ellis Foundation, named after her father, which provides resources for the families of missing and murdered people of color.
When I looked at the charges, I was baffled because it could have been prevented. The lack of we're in danger. The community didn't realize that we have an individual who's floating around. That bothered me.
No comment from Judge Sullivan. Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson says his prosecutors argued against lowering the bail, while Patterson's defense attorney Brett Whipple points to this bail motion, which states Patterson had a good relationship with his wife and the children. The 8 News Now investigators also obtained Patterson's criminal history. In addition to the 9 felony charges he was set to go on trial for in April, there are several other arrests listed, the most recent in 2005, along with a warrant for failing to appear in court.
We need to sit down and we need to have a conversation. We need to talk with Metro. We need to talk with the individuals that are working in the judicial system. We need to hold this judge accountable and understand why she did what she did and how do we make sure that that does not happen again.
It is unclear why Schinara Patterson and the children were with Marvin Patterson on Monday. However, court records show she had recently been evicted. Lee says more organizations need to come together to help families in crisis, and more accountability is needed in the judicial system to avoid a tragedy like this. Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
Vanessa, thank you. And today, a food truck fundraiser to help raise money for the family. The owner of Trap Wings says he knew Patterson and her children and wants to do his part.
I pray that her son, DJ, makes a complete recovery physically. I know mentally that baby will never fully heal. To Nara's family and friends, I am so sorry for your loss. Nara and her 2 beautiful daughters did not deserve this. If what they went through, all of their hurt and pain, can stop someone from going through the same thing, then they didn't die in vain.